Joe DiMeo was 20 years old when his life changed for the first time. After surviving a car accident, he was left with burns to 80% of his body. The skin on his hands and face had melted. His chances of surviving the accident were slim. Then 2 years later, finding the right donor for a transplant seemed impossible. But last August, they found a match.
Let's go get him. Let's go do it.
Doctors then attempted what had never been successfully done before, giving someone a new face and 2 new hands. DiMeo's surgery took nearly a day, with close to 100 medical professionals in the theater. The surgery happened last year, but doctors waited to be sure his body didn't reject the transplants before calling the operation a success.
We try to minimize those potential complications, but getting through the first 3 months is critical. Most of the patients throughout the world that have had a hand or a face transplant commonly have an episode of acute rejection within the first 3 months.
For DiMeo, it worked.
As soon as I saw it for the first time, my face revealed. I was like, this is my face now. I just went along with it. I just kept going with it.
DiMeo's road to recovery has been grueling. Every task requires full concentration.
To do a lot of things, like sometimes open up a water bottle. That's really hard because I don't have the sensation in my thumb. And I don't know if I'm like squeezing it hard enough or not. But for the most part, I can do a lot of things.
Like going to the gym, something he hasn't been able to do for years.
And when I don't have physical therapy, I just do like my natural workouts.
The final phase involved the inside of the donor face and hands to the recipient for full restoration.
Operations like this are rare and risky. This team of doctors had only conducted 4 face transplants. None of them were successful in the long term, and this was their first hand transplant.
We would love for these transplant operations to be a thing of the past. The ultimate goal is to try to 3D print tissues that we can take off the shelf and avoid any of the potential complications from immune suppressive medication.
However science may advance, DiMeo will always be considered a medical first. Leah, Al Jazeera.